Professor Clara Renfield traced the faded lines of the ancient map. It was brittle, almost translucent with age.
The parchment whispered stories of forgotten times, of a kingdom swallowed by the jungle, a kingdom known as Asteria.
Legends spoke of powerful magic, benevolent rulers, and a prosperity that rivaled the heavens. But Asteria had vanished centuries ago, leaving behind only whispers in the wind and fragmented tales told to ward off evil spirits.
Clara dedicated her life to separating fact from myth. She chased history's ghosts through dusty archives and across unforgiving terrains. The legend of Asteria, however, had captivated her like no other. It was an enigma wrapped in riddles, a siren's call to the depths of her adventurous spirit.
Clara believed Asteria was more than just a legend. She felt it in her bones, a certainty that pulsed with each beat of her heart.
Years bled into decades as Clara tirelessly pursued every whisper, every fragment of lore connected to Asteria. She scoured ancient texts, consulted with shamans in remote villages, and painstakingly pieced together a picture of the forgotten kingdom.
Her colleagues scoffed, dismissing her work as the ramblings of a mind lost to obsession. But Clara remained undeterred. Her conviction burned brighter with each passing year.
She secured funding for an expedition into the uncharted heart of the Amazon. The jungle guarded its secrets jealously, but Clara was prepared to fight for every inch. She assembled a small team seasoned explorers, a skeptical archaeologist named Daniel, and a local guide named Maya, who possessed an uncanny connection to the forest. They were an unlikely group, united by their shared thirst for discovery. The jungle welcomed them with stifling heat, the air thick with moisture that clung to their skin like a second layer. A symphony of unseen creatures filled the air, a cacophony of life that was both overwhelming and mesmerizing. The verdant labyrinth seemed to shift with each passing moment, the dense foliage creating an ever-changing maze that tested their navigation skills. Days turned into weeks, each one a grueling test of their resolve. The jungle was relentless, its challenges unending. Doubt gnawed at the edges of Clara's determination. Every step forward felt like a battle against the jungle's will.
Had she led them all on a fool's errand? The question haunted her, a shadow that followed her every move. Was Asteria nothing more than a wisp of smoke, a cruel trick of history? The thought was almost too much to bear. Thought was past her.
Just when her hope began to dwindle, Maya called a halt to their journey. The team gathered, their faces etched with fatigue and uncertainty. She stood before a wall of vines so ancient and thick that they resembled emerald serpents frozen in time. The sight was both awe-inspiring and intimidating. Behind the tangled curtain, a low hum vibrated through the air, a sound both ancient and strangely familiar. It was as if the jungle itself was whispering secrets.
It called to Clara like a forgotten melody, a tune that stirred memories she couldn't quite place. Resonating deep within her soul, the hum seemed to awaken something dormant inside her, a connection to the past. This was it, she realized, her heart pounding against her ribs. The moment they had been searching for was finally here. This was the gateway to Asteria. The ancient stone structure stood as a testament to a forgotten civilization, its secrets waiting to be uncovered. The team stood in awe, their exhaustion momentarily forgotten as they took in the sight before them. This was the culmination of their journey, the reward for their perseverance. Clara felt a tear roll down her cheek, a mix of relief and triumph washing over her. They had found it. Asteria was real, and they were standing at its threshold. With renewed determination, the team stepped forward, ready to uncover the mysteries that lay beyond the gateway. The heart of the jungle had revealed its secret, and their adventure was just beginning.
With Maya's guidance, they carefully parted the veil of vines and stepped into a clearing bathed in an ethereal glow. Towering trees, their trunks wider than any Clara had ever seen, formed a natural cathedral. Sunlight dappled the forest floor, illuminating crumbling archways, moss-covered statues, and the faint outline of a once grand city.
Asteria. It's more magnificent than I could have ever imagined.
But something wasn't right. The air hummed with an unseen energy, a tangible power that sent shivers down Clara's spine. Flowers bloomed out of season, their petals shimmering with an unnatural iridescence. Whispers seemed to emanate from the ruins themselves, fragments of a long-forgotten language that teased at the edges of Clara's perception. As they ventured deeper into the heart of the city, the magical phenomena intensified, a symphony of enchantments both wondrous and unsettling. Clara stumbled upon a partially collapsed chamber, its walls adorned with intricate carvings. The carvings seemed to tell a story, one that had been lost to time. Each symbol and figure etched into the stone walls spoke of a civilization that once thrived, a civilization that had mastered the art of magic and mystery. The air here crackled with power, the silence punctuated by the soft drip of water echoing through the ruins. It was as if the very essence of the place was alive, whispering secrets of the past to those who dared to listen. The atmosphere was thick with an ancient energy, a palpable force that seemed to watch Clara's every move. Dust-covered scrolls lay scattered across the floor, protected from the elements by some unseen force. These scrolls, though aged and fragile, held the key to understanding the forgotten language. Clara could feel the weight of their importance, the knowledge they contained waiting to be unlocked.
With trembling hands, she reached for one, its surface cool and smooth beneath her fingertips. The scroll seemed to hum with a faint energy, as if recognizing her touch. She unrolled it carefully, revealing lines of intricate symbols that glowed faintly in the dim light. The language etched upon it was like nothing she had ever encountered, yet somehow familiar, as if a forgotten part of her had awakened. Each symbol resonated with her, stirring memories she didn't know she had. It was as if the scroll was speaking directly to her soul, revealing truths long buried.
Days turned into weeks as Clara painstakingly deciphered the scrolls. She spent countless hours poring over each symbol, each line of text, slowly piecing together the language. Her dedication was unwavering, driven by a deep-seated need to uncover the secrets of the past. The language, she discovered, was a form of ancient magic, each symbol imbued with potent energy. This was not just a means of communication, but a powerful tool that could manipulate the very fabric of reality. The more she learned, the more she realized the immense power that lay within these scrolls. The more she translated, the more she understood the true nature of Asteria. It was a civilization built on magic, its people capable of incredible feats. But with this power came great responsibility, and the scrolls hinted at a catastrophic event that led to their downfall. It wasn't just a kingdom, it was a conduit, a bridge between the mortal realm and a realm of pure magic. Asteria was a place where the boundaries between worlds blurred, where magic flowed freely and shaped the very landscape. This connection to the magical realm was both their greatest strength and their ultimate undoing. And its return, she realized with a growing sense of dread, could shatter the delicate balance of the world. The knowledge she had uncovered was both a gift and a curse, a responsibility that weighed heavily on her shoulders. Clara knew that the secrets of Asteria could change everything, and she had to decide whether to share this knowledge or keep it hidden to protect the world from its potential consequences. The scrolls spoke of a prophecy, a warning carved into the very foundation of Asteria. These ancient texts, written in a language long forgotten by most, held secrets that had been passed down through generations. They were a testament to the foresight of the ancients, who had foreseen the events that were now beginning to unfold. The kingdom's return, while heralded by some as a new golden age, would come at a terrible cost. The once glorious kingdom, now shrouded in mystery and darkness, was a beacon of both hope and dread. Its re-emergence was a double-edged sword, promising prosperity but also heralding doom. The veil between worlds would weaken, unleashing raw magic upon the earth. This raw magic, untamed and wild, would seep into the very core of our world, altering the natural order and bringing forth unimaginable chaos. The boundaries that kept our world safe from the unknown would be torn asunder. Chaos would reign, and the very fabric of reality would begin to unravel. Magical storms would rage across the land, distorting reality and creating anomalies that defied the laws of nature. The once stable world would become a battleground of conflicting forces, each vying for dominance. It was a chilling prophecy, one that filled Clara with a profound sense of unease. She could feel the weight of the ancient words pressing down on her, a heavy burden that she was not sure she could bear. The responsibility of understanding and possibly averting this catastrophe was overwhelming.
As if to confirm my worst fears, the ruins around us began to react to my discovery. The ancient symbols etched into the stone started to glow with an eerie light, pulsating as if they were alive. It was as though the very ruins themselves were awakening, responding to the prophecy's revelation. The air grew heavy with anticipation, the whispers intensifying into disembodied voices. These voices, filled with a mixture of sorrow and urgency, seemed to be trying to convey a message, a warning that was just out of reach. The atmosphere was thick with tension, making it hard to breathe. Shadows danced in the corners of my vision, taking on vaguely humanoid forms. These shadowy figures moved with a life of their own, their presence both unsettling and mesmerizing. They seemed to be watching, waiting for something to happen, their intentions unclear.
They swirled around her, their ethereal voices filled with a mixture of sorrow and warning. These ghostly apparitions, remnants of a bygone era, were trying to communicate something vital. Their presence was a reminder of the past and a harbinger of the future, a future that was now in jeopardy. Asteria is stirring, and its awakening will have dire consequences. The mystical energy that was once dormant was now awakening, spreading through the land like wildfire. This resurgence of power was both awe-inspiring and terrifying, a sign that the prophecy was beginning to come true.
Clara stood frozen, the weight of the prophecy bearing down on her. She felt a mixture of fear and determination, knowing that the fate of both worlds now rested on her shoulders. The enormity of the task ahead was daunting, but she knew she could not turn away. The fate of both worlds now rested in her hands. With the prophecy unfolding before her eyes, Clara realized that she was the key to preventing the impending disaster. The glowing orb in her hands symbolized the fragile balance between the two worlds, a balance that she had to maintain at all costs.